by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. It's free to download this month if you're on PS Essential. So you may as well get it because I think it's 30 quid to buy, brand new. So if you don't get it this month and you still want to play it, you'll end up paying 30 quid. Unless you can get it on a discount, like. But I'm so glad I never bought it because it was on a discount not long ago. I think it was down to 17 quid or 12 quid, and I thought, oh, it's cheap enough now where I'll actually like pay and see what it's like. Because I had seen reviews, and the reviews look kind of good. Just for the amount of content that you do get, it's like huge. So I thought I'd give it a blast. I've played a lot of the Lego games, like Indiana Jones and the Harry Potter one, and the original Star Wars one, and like all the Batman ones. I've played them. Like I've played a few of them, and they're great. You know what I mean? The even though the like people think, oh, Lego, it's for kids, even though it is primarily for like kids, but as an adult you still can enjoy it, especially if the theme of the game, like I said, I mean, they've got Jurassic Park, they've got basically anything you can think of now, even the Lego movie, they've got them, Batman, they've got the Marvel ones, like the Avengers. So anything you've like in real life, you think, oh, I'm a fan of Jurassic Park, I'll play the Lego Jurassic Park, because there's lots of Easter eggs and little callbacks to the movie franchise that they're actually based around. So if you're a Star Wars fan, which I've always been, you enjoy it because there's a lot of, like I said, little jokes and references to other movies and things that you'll only get if you're a fan of the franchise. But I know from playing these games that you need to get a certain amount of coins, or studs, I should say, to complete the level. So I was just collecting everything on this playthrough because ultimately you have to play the levels, I should say, more than once. Like you'll come across puzzles where you can only do the puzzle if I'm R2-D2 or if I'm C-3PO or Chewbacca or somebody. So you end up replaying each level like 4 or 5 times, depending on when you decide to go back to it. If you just wait until you've got most of the characters unlocked and then you go back, because obviously when you're playing through the level, you get to see what puzzles you come across, so you think, oh, right, I need C-3PO for this level. So when you unlock them, then you think, right, I'll go back and do that so I can get the puzzle. I mean, that's only if you want to be 100%. If you're not bothered about being 100% on the games and stuff, then you're not going to be bothered. You'll just play it once. You'll have a little playthrough once and that's it, you know what I mean? But I'd just like to collect as many studs as I can, so on my next playthrough I don't need to do it. Because there's nothing worse than finishing a level that's quite long, because especially nowadays the levels are quite epic, so it takes you ages. You're playing for a good hour doing one level, and then you finish and you're like a couple of thousand studs shy of the target that you needed, so you think, fuck, I've got to go back and collect some more. So I just went around collecting everything. Nearly everything's destructible. If you've played Lego games, you can nearly destroy everything, and it all turns into studs, so you may as well just go around on a mission collecting as much as you can and just destroying everything that's breakable on the level, like in the space. But when you first load it up, it gives you a choice, because there's all nine Star Wars movies. You get the first 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't know if it does include any of the others like Rogue One and shit like that, but I'm sure you could, I think you might be able to get the characters from the movies, from the PlayStation Store, and they're only like 2 quid or 3 quid to buy like bundles of extra characters. But if you're a fan of the movies, it follows the movies exactly. Embellishes them a bit, like this, how I'm allowed to run around the corridors and kill the droids and collect everything. Whereas on the movie, they just dash away when those battle droid things turn up. So it's like one of those things where they embellish the story a bit just to give you a chance to explore. But when you're doing the cutscenes, it is cutscenes from the movie, but just in Lego form. In here, if you look at the upgrades, there's absolutely shitloads of upgrades. You get loads of perks. You can see along the top, the tabs, you get all the characters, all the like planets. You get special like skills towards each class, like rogue, Jedi, special characters and stuff like that. So they've all got a couple of skills that you can actually unlock. And you've got the starfighters as well. So the space battles are great. I mean, when you are picked, like I said, you've got all 9 movies there. I think number 1 is available, The Phantom Menace. Number 4, A New Hope. And I think you get number 7, The Force Awakens. So you get like all of the beginning saga levels, depending on where you want to start. You don't get them all to pick from, but if you want to start from 4, 5, and 6, like the original trilogy, then you can. Whereas I thought I may as well just play them all through 1 to 9. So I went back to The Phantom Menace and I started that as my very first level as I'm playing. But like I said, if you're a fan of the movies, it's great because you see little things, and I mean the humor's a bit silly, but it's just a Lego style, you know. It's just like it's there to make you laugh. It's there to have a little poke fun at the franchise. And now, I mean, I don't know if you can remember the early days, the Lego franchises that didn't actually talk; they would just like mumble and make noise, and then the subtitles would come up. Whereas this, they've progressed a lot more, and now the characters talk with the voice acting and stuff. So it's much better as a fan. You get to see the cutscenes and stuff, and the cutscenes aren't that very long. You know, so it's not like you're sitting there for ages watching them. They're only on for about a minute or so. And here, look, you see you've got challenges as well. Every level that you go on, there's like challenges to do, and there's things to unlock. See, you got the pod racing, you've got the Ewoks, you've got you know, like the speeders through the forest. You like everything that's in the movie that you get to play on the game, which is great as a fan, because that's exactly what you want. You want to be able to play through all the famous parts and all your favorite bits of the movie. You get to actually play through. But this is like just showing you the amount of content that there is, and I don't think I got footage of the map, because you can click on the map and there's about 15 different planets or something like that. So there's absolutely loads of content here. You'll literally be playing it for hours, depending on how thorough you want to be. If you want to collect everything and get all the puzzles and shit like that, if you want to go through and get everything. But like this is where I was up to on the story. I only played it for like an hour and a half, I think. And you're in, like, you know, you're on Naboo and you're in the Gungan fucking city under the water, and you've got to go and warn them that like the Empire's coming. So you get a chance to just walk around. There's like little puzzles here that you've got to get done in order to unlock kyber crystals, which you then can spend on upgrades for your character. Like you can collect your coins. They'll like, you know, like magnetize the coins, so they'll suck in towards you from a further distance away, so you don't have to go as close to collect them. That gold thing on the floor is just like a checkpoint telling you where to go. And it's like, it's very easy. Like I said, if you've played these Star Wars games, then you know exactly like how to play them. And they're not very difficult, but they really went to town on the way this plays. And if you can see now, it's like over the shoulder, like a view, which apparently makes the shooting a lot easier than it did when it was like sort of like a Resident Evil view, where the camera's like in the top corner or like quite far back and you're just running around. It was quite awkward sometimes to shoot a target that you were aiming at. I mean, I know you could do manual aim, but sometimes, you know, it was like annoying. Whereas now they've changed it so you're quite close to the character, like I said, over the shoulder, so it makes the shooting apparently a lot better. I mean, I haven't really came across any shooting yet because I've only ever been Jedis. So I've never really had a chance to test that out. But I mean, I could have played more and got more through the levels, but I was enjoying it too much, and I just thought, while the information's fresh in my head, I'll just do the quick review of it. But yeah, like you can see, there's a couple of puzzles. You got to keep putting it down and then picking it back up before it disappears. See how it disappeared? So you've got to be quick with these. And it'll be the same with most things. You can't take the puzzle piece too far away from where it needs to be. So as soon as you put it down, just make sure you pick it back up again, put it down, pick it back up again, and just get a bit closer. That's the best way to do it. Because if not, it just respawns, and it's annoying. You've got to keep going back and picking the gun up. So, but it's one of those things where you get lost for hours. You can put the game on, and it can easily like soak up a couple of hours. There's one of the kyber crystals that I got. But there's loads of little puzzles, and like the same as any Lego game, like you might need a certain character to unlock that puzzle, so just make sure you have a good look around, have a good search, collect all the little free studs that are around there, like I said, smash everything you can, collect as many studs as you can, or if you want to do a speed like play, you can just go straight to the objective and just do what you need to do. You don't need to fuck around and do all this shit that I'm doing here. You can just like rush it basically and just go through it. So it depends how you want to play, and there's loads and loads of characters, like all the characters from the franchise, like all the side characters as well as the main characters. So there's absolutely loads for you to do, loads of content, and it's probably one of the best games in terms of AAA titles that we've got for free on Essentials. It's in the top 5 at least, you know, for the amount of content that you get. And like I said, it's still 30 quid, retailing at 30 quid at the moment, so you may as well pick it up for free. If you've got kids, it's good for them to play because the buttons are easy, and if you want to play on it when they're in bed or something, you can still enjoy it because, you know, it is quite challenging to get everything and do all the quests and all the side quests and all the challenges and the puzzles. So it's definitely worth downloading. I would definitely go and put it in your library, even if you can't be asked to play it or you haven't got enough space on your hard drive at the moment. Just, I can't remember how big it is. It's not that big, but it's definitely worth a download. So that's it, really. Just a quick review, my first impressions on what it's like, and I think it's really good. As a Star Wars fan, I think it's even better. So I think even if you don't like Star Wars, you'll still enjoy it because, you know, the gameplay is really good. It's just themed around Star Wars. So that's it, really. So go and get it. See you later.